Today we're flying all the way to Namibia, talking about two scammers. Number one is called Leo and number two is called Uncle Nasdaq. Now, I never knew Nasdaq had an uncle. I know people refer to Jerome Powell as Uncle Jerome, but I never knew that Nasdaq had an uncle and that he is living in Namibia. Leo claims to be an SMC trader and a software engineer. He's an entrepreneur, a CEO and a founder. Which is weird though, because people who are CEOs and software engineers, they make a lot of money. And for a CEO to be scamming someone out here, you probably have to be the CEO of nothing. Now, we're also going to select two winners for a $2,500 instant funded account giveaway. And remember, to stand a chance, all you have to do is make sure you like the videos, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment related to the video in the comment section below as we select two winners on a daily basis. And before we continue, I want to say thank you to our lovely sponsor, that is Equity Edge. Now, Equity Edge is a platform who is very affordable. They've paid out over 6 million in USD over the entire year. They're also one of the few prop firms who's got their own MT5 brokerage license. Now, they offer various account types that you can choose from: one step, two step, one step Swift, two step Swift, and they also offer instant funded accounts. The account starts at $2,500 and they go to 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, even 100K. So if you are looking for a prop firm, I will leave a link in the description box below, guys. Go check out Equity Edge. Now, the first person that we are going to talk about right over here off the bat is Uncle Nasdaq. Now, one thing I have to say, right, after revising this information, I must say the similarities that we see here with these guys versus in South Africa is actually more or less the same. Now, I did say we are going to start focusing on scammers outside of South Africa. So if you do live in another part of the world and you have scammers that you want to be exposed, you can drop me an email over here, all right? And make sure that you have the information of someone who got scammed so that we can just do the exposing as opposed to us having to go and pay him now to get scammed and then do a video. Now, Uncle Nasdaq over here, okay, he says he's the founder of Pip Predator, which I believe is the EA. He also holds the record for the #1 EA bot in Namibia. Now, I'm not sure how many truth is there to that, but he says he helped over 3,000 people become profitable. I guess he helped 3,000 people, excluding the one that is scammed in this video today. Now, this obviously started off as you guys know the thing that Bandila had, right? Bandila had the thing where we all put money together, and then what happens after that is that we put the money together and then we let the robot trade, and then then each person gets their share. So the client reached out to him and the client was like, you know what, I actually want to do that. Is 138 okay? He says fine. The client asked to confirm, I will get this back by tomorrow. He says yes, trust bro, and he tells the client that I won't disappoint you. And you can see by the second message, the message thereafter, he tells the client the account has blown, which is weird though, because if you look at the message here, it was sent at 09:35, and then 2 minutes later the client says the account was blown, but the client says that you will manage it tomorrow, and then bro, account has blown. Has the account blown that quick? Any case, here you can see the conversation between him and the client. And then obviously here the client sent him a screenshot where the account is in a hefty drawdown. He's about to blow. And then the client then said to him that, the account is completely gone. And then the client then said to him, keep playing smart till you get exposed. Busy showing withdrawals but failing to refund my $100 with your bot, which blows accounts. Now, how does the bot blow accounts if he's got the #1 bot in Namibia? Do you guys understand what I'm saying now? The client says, just give my money. Next day, client says, okay, I'm going ahead now. You can't afford to refund $100, but busy doing crowdfunding. What the hell is this enough? You won't go anywhere with your behavior. Your robot will fail out. Just blow people's money. Now, again, it takes me back to my initial question, right? It takes me back to my initial question. Uncle Nasdaq, who claims to have holds the record for the number one bot in Namibia, whose account is blowing, whose EA is blowing people's money. He has helped 3,000 become profitable, yet he cannot refund one person $100. It all makes you question the simple thing, right? Now, I know there's people in the comment section that's gonna say some stupid stuff like they always do. Whenever you make a video like this, people go like, yeah, but that was only one person. Yeah, it basically just takes one person to get scammed to question a person's existence. Because at the end of the day, you cannot put such bold statements out there and then say that, and if it doesn't happen, then you want to come with an excuse. Now, the next person on the list over here is called Leo. Now, Leo claims to be an SMC trader, a software engineer, an entrepreneur, a CEO, and a founder. That is why I say the similarities between these guys and our people who scam here is they are all the same basically, because CEOs who scams people is a very hefty story, right? Conversation starts, away, how's it, man? Another opportunity to make some money. He says, yeah, proper, away, not now, so I'll let you know because I currently have a situation. Clients, I don't have the money now, but I will reach out to you, no worries, right? And here you get the statement, you put, I put, we make a collective amount of money. Now, the reason why I don't want to talk about or show you guys what I seen here, because, I have gotten into trouble with YouTube before for showing things like this, which is why I'm blurring it out. So all you have to know is it is the same as the ones that Bandile did, right? You give me this, I put mine, and then we put together, we do something like that. Now, you obviously know how this ended, because here the client says that, my account has blown and now give me my refund because that was my last money, at least 50% of the refund. And you obviously know what happened there, right? He's gone. The client is begging for the money. He's not going to give the client's money. And I must say, I'm actually not surprised that we see this type of behavior, because at the end of the day, a scam is a scam. And these guys have just proven themselves that there's this coronavirus in scams that are taking place with, and they get infected everywhere, because this is the same type of scamming that we see happening here. They do it in Namibia, and I'm 100% certain that they are doing it everywhere else as well. But who am I? Hey, who am I? Any case, let's move over to give away some accounts, because up until today, I do not get how people will come forward and say no, that you are just hating on these guys. That is why you are making these videos. Imagine just ask yourself a question, like the following question, right? How can I possibly hate on these guys when I must then be attracted to doing the wrong thing? Because you can only hate on people who's doing better than you, right? I don't like you because you're doing better than me and I'm not. Because you would aspire to be like that person. This guy scammed somebody, can't even give $100 back. Yeah, I'm giving away $2,500 in prop funded account. So how would I be hating on somebody who's doing the opposite of what I'm doing? Now, I would probably be, thinking to myself, if these guys were trying to help the communities. But they're not helping anybody. They're just helping themselves. Any case, let's go over to this video over here. With this Russian jobs, these guys, I'm not going to talk about them anymore, because again, it's one of those situations where the government needs to do their own stuff over here. Anything goes, and we'll go here. Anything goes, and then anything goes. And before I select the winners, guys, please, if you do live outside of South Africa and you maybe have a group there of scammers that you guys are exposing, please, email me, let me know, let's expose everybody. We're busy investigating a prop firm in Nigeria also. So these are kind of the things that we want to start looking at. So if you know of any dodgy things happening in your own country, whether it's in the US, India, wherever you are watching from, right? And you have evidence, email the evidence through and we'll cover it over here, right? First winner is going to be, those who promoted this must be held accountable. Quotey Prince. You've won yourself. And number one, just watch how this influencer was quick to distance himself from the scandal. Very well said, my brother. Ndumusho. I cannot pronounce that, guys. But that is a good point that you're making now. And it's like I said yesterday, these guys will get away with it. And not get away with it in that sense, but people will continue to love them. People will continue to appreciate them. And then that is why I say, in South Africa, in particular, South Africa is the movie where the good guy dies at the end. Because it's only the people who are doing the good things and the right things that are overlooked. But you who are not doing the right things, we love you. Good job. Come sit here on the news. Talk to us about your bad things that you are doing. But the people who are doing good things out there, there are nowhere. The public doesn't even talk about these people. Nowhere do you see people having conversations about people are doing the right things. It's only the bad things and the wrong things that is always up in the face and in the news. And you never hear of anybody who has done something good. Never. You just hear all the cuck that is going on. Thank you for your time. And as always, cheers. Oh yes, don't forget to email me. Winners. Thank you for your time. And as always, cheers for ears. And yeah, if you're wondering why the FSCA thing is not hanging here, the thing fell, the glass broke. I need to replace it, but I'm going to hang it somewhere else because it's not safe here. Cheers for ears.